Welcome back, I'm Satch, and you join me on a rainy afternoon here in Newcastle upon Tyne in front of my Porsche 911, my 1988 Carrera 3.2 Porsche 911. But as you probably gathered by the subject of this video, the thumbnail and the title, this Carrera 3.2 is not the topic of conversation during this video. And I've just realized that it probably also makes it look like I'm dead. I do need to confirm that I am in fact still alive and well. Unfortunately for some of you guys who maybe don't like me, and that's cool. You probably wish I was dead, but there we go, I'm still alive and kicking. But we do have a couple of things to talk about. So what say we get in the car, we take it out for a drive, and we start addressing the title of this YouTube video. So we're back on POV. How do you like my little keyring? A viewer sent me this little keyring which kind of matches the 3.2, which is really cool. So let's start this up. Such a good sound when you start up this car. And then we'll just safety first case. I always say that every time I put my seatbelt on. All right, let's get rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I do like these POV angle shots because it allows the viewer to see exactly what I'm seeing as opposed to just maybe looking at me, which is probably a little bit boring when I'm speaking. So if you can see what I can see, then I think it's a lot better. Now, I wish I'd kind of maybe figured this out earlier on in my YouTube career. And, you know, YouTubing cars and, you know, doing YouTube every day, it's a young man's game. It really is a young man's game. And I look at what the younger guys are doing on YouTube and the level of kind of content that they're spouting out these days, and I think it's great. They really kind of take it to the next level, and they're far more kind of adventurous and far more creative, I guess, than what I could ever be and what I could ever do with this channel. And they remind me of myself, actually, because when I first started doing YouTube, you know, I was really enthusiastic and I was pumping out like 2 and 3 videos a week. And back then I was just so obsessed with YouTube, and I really, really loved it. And that was, for anyone who's been stuck around this channel for a long time, that was in the days of Driver 81, when the channel used to be called Driver 81. So if you look at some of my older videos, they've probably got like Driver 81 Instagram tags, or Driver 81 kind of just, I don't know, intros or something like that. But you know, I'm 43 years old now, and when I first started making videos, the channel was just about any car I could kind of get my hands on. But as it evolved, I kind of geared it more towards my true passion, which was Porsche cars. So I kind of found that every video that I was doing was just about Porsche cars. So I thought, you know what, let's have a name which made the channel kind of belong to something that I was sort of doing. And it went from Porsche Network to the Porsche House. So the Porsche House has been the name of this channel for a good number of years now. We're going over the Red Hugh Bridge. They're building a lot of new housing developments or flats and apartments on the right-hand side here. That's the Newcastle Arena. But we're coming into Newcastle City Centre, which is kind of not really what I wanted to do because it's really busy at the minute, and we are heading, it's back to school tomorrow, so the roads are a lot busy. All of the parents are kind of getting their kids ready for school, so I really should be out in the middle of nowhere. Try and find some more open roads, I think. So I was kind of just plugging away, creating my own thing, doing what I wanted. But I found that what was kind of making me flourish was also holding me back in my own personal life, because I found that to continue with the channel, I needed Porsches. So every time it was coming up to us changing a car, or every time I was kind of looking for something, looking for maybe a car which was just a bit of fun, a car for the wife or something for me, I kind of found myself just always thinking to myself, you know, I've really got to buy a Porsche. I can't really be thinking anywhere else. I can't be looking at any other makes and models as a Porsche Boxster, because ultimately that's not going to give me any content. And I kind of found that doing that, it allowed me to drive lots of great cars, but also the amount of money that I wasted on those cars. And if I think back over the past few years about how much money I've actually lost when it comes to buying a car, maybe keeping it for a year, selling it on, but it's not just the price of the car, It's the servicing, the upkeep, but also the modifications that I've done. So you've probably seen on some of my videos that I do like to do my modifications on these cars. And the numbers, they just were not making sense, and they're still not making sense. And don't get me wrong, I still love these cars. I still love driving new Porsches or old Porsches or anything I can get my hands on. But as I kind of age, I'm 43 years old now, and it just can't go on me buying loads of Porsches, losing money on them. It's absolute cancer. So it is with regret, I sound like Alan Sugar, it is with regret that the Porsche House simply cannot continue. But I definitely think it's true what they say, when one door closes, another door opens. You know, for as far back as I can remember, I've had people come up to me and friends, family, and say, oh, you know, I've got this car. If you want to do a review on that for your YouTube channel, then by all means, just give me a shout. It hasn't been a Porsche. So I've kind of been like, well, you know, as much as I'd love to, as much as it's just a good car, it's just not really a good fit for the channel. I need to really be focusing on Porsche cars. And over the years, I thought to myself, you know, the cars that I've missed out on driving over those years, it's really, really frustrated me. It's really annoyed me that I've kind of said no to a lot of things because the channel was a Porsche related channel. So it kind of backed me into a little bit of a corner in that I just kind of instantly refused a lot of things out there and a lot of kind of content possibilities for the sake of just keeping the channel Porsche content related. And that has really, really frustrated me. I've never kind of aired those concerns because why would I? You know, I'm just trying to keep it Porsche related, but that's one thing that's really, really frustrated me over the years. And of late, I've been kind of thinking, well, what can I do to kind of change this? What I can set up a new YouTube channel. I've got a couple of other YouTube channels, but they are kind of earmarked for other types of content. And what could I do? And I think the answer has really been staring at me square in the face. It really, really has. This is kind of like an old back road on the Newcastle quayside, which not a lot of people know about. It's a really, really good way to bypass a lot of traffic in the city centre. Well, maybe it's not that good of a road because, can I get through here? It says road closed. Can I get through? I don't think I can I? Oh, bollocks. Well, that's not good. Let's test this 3.2 and see how good it is at doing 3-point turns. Oh, dear me. The bad thing about this car is that you can put it into first gear. First gear and kind of reverse gear feel really similar. So sometimes if you think you're in first, you can be in reverse, and it's caught me out a few times, let's say. And so just pull out. Friday, the 5th of September, 2025, the shackles will be removed. The name of this channel will be changing. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be changing it to, but I'll change it on Friday, the 5th of September. I really do hope to push out a video on that day as well to coincide with the name change. And I know what you're probably thinking, oh, here we go, another bloody name change. And I hear you, I really do, but I've got to keep the channel evolving with how I'm kind of feeling in my own life. Otherwise, it just becomes a channel that I'm just not interested in, not enthusiastic about. And for me to continue with the channel, I have to be enthusiastic about it. So for me, the shackles will be removed. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be covering as much Porsche content as possible, but it just also gives me the freedoms to push out other car content and do reviews and videos just like this one. I love these POV style videos on a lot of other cars. I'm really excited about what the future will hold. Now, also what I do want to say is just a massive thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, participated in the channel over the years. You know, this channel, whatever it's called, would never have been anything without you guys. So you guys are the reason I do it, because those view counts keep coming in. the entire reason that I do it. If I was not getting any views, I wouldn't be making these videos. It's as simple as that. So yeah, if one of my videos has maybe helped you, no matter how pointless they are at times, it keeps me entertained, it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble, and it also may well help some of you along the road if you've been looking to buy a car, you've been maybe looking to do some modifications on one of your cars, and you've found something that has been maybe helpful or useful, then well, let's hope that's the case. And when it comes to the name, actually, don't worry, you'll definitely know it's me. It's not going to be some weird, wacky, obscure name, and you won't be thinking, well, why the hell has he chose that name? You'll definitely know it's me, don't worry about that. I get a lot of people looking at this car. Or it could be the fact that I've got a baseball cap on with a big old GoPro camera stuck to it. It could be that. In any case, guys, really want to thank you for watching. Don't be too harsh on me, because I know I've changed the name of this channel a couple of times. But like I say, I have my reasons for it. And I'll see you hopefully on the 5th of September with the new name and a new video. I'll see you when I see you.